Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's me, Danny TV, tuning in with a new video for y'all. Told y'all I was gonna be back with some new content, so you know, if you stay ready, you ain't never gotta get ready type thing. But anyway, this video might be somewhat long, so stay tuned for as long as you can. Uh, Make sure y'all hit that like button for me, hit that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I make a new video. I just want to say thank y'all so much for all the support, all the love. It's much appreciated. I can't believe that I made it past 1,000 subscribers. Um, I didn't think that video was gonna blow up like that. Like I said in my community section, I just and that video is a year old again. For those of you that don't know, that video was a year old, and that happened last year in July. I didn't expect for that to blow up. I just pretty much wanted to save a child that I seen in distress, me and my husband both. And I felt like it would only be right if we were to do that. It would be wrong for us to listen to this little boy crying, knowing that it's so many people that live on that block that really could have helped him. Like, for instance, the chick that was sitting across the street. Okay, she might not have had the strength to, like, pull the door open or whatever, but, I feel like she also could have called the first responders or somebody, because she was right there way longer than us. She said that she lives across the street. But enough with the woulda, coulda, shoulda. I'm just glad that, me and my husband both decided to step in and save his life. Lord knows what could have happened that day if we had just decided, nah, we gonna man our business, let's just ride off and keep going about our day. It's people out here like that will ignore situations like that, because they'll probably feel like he was, people assume too much. They don't even really try to, like, really check out the situation or check on the situation. I see somebody had said she probably was scared. Well,
more than likely.
I mean, yeah, that's. And by the way, my husband is right here next to me. So, like, the thing is, it's very well that she could have been scared. I was scared, though. I was scared for the boy's life. I don't care about how his parents had a felt or whatever the case is. Somebody had said, I read a comment saying, they're going to get you. Just negative as ever, of course. You always got a few negative ones out that bunch. Saying that they're going to find me and they're going to get me. At the end of the day, I'm not afraid of nobody. If that specific video blows up to 2 million views, and she so happens to see that, and she's like, oh my God, that's my son that was stuck in the door. That's my house. What is girl at? Blah, blah. I ain't scared. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we saved your son and we actually saved you. And you better be glad that the police didn't come and kick your door in. You better be glad that CPS wasn't knocking at your door the very next day. Because I could have kept the calls going in, to be honest. I called the police that day. And when I say it took them over an hour to show up to the house, because we left and came back within the hour, and they just had pulled up to the house. And what did they do? They knocked on the front door. They went around to the back. They laughed with each other, got in their squad cars, and pulled off. They didn't even attempt to try to really do a well-being check like I asked them to see what was really going on. They didn't send any ambulance over there. They don't give a damn. So at the end of the day, she should be lucky. And I ain't gonna even say that I saved her, because technically I really didn't. I ain't even gonna say that. But like, she should be lucky. For real. But see, people like that in the long run end up getting their karma. And a lot of y'all had asked, how are the kids doing? Well, like I said before, I don't know, because we moved from over there a year ago. Like, we moved like 2 months after that incident had happened, actually.
I would hope that they're all right, but I mean, it's like obvious that it can be a possibility that I don't know what they can be. They probably all right. They probably not. I don't know. Being that we just rolled past and just was trying to help that little boy from being stuck in between the door in very humid, hot weather, you know, hopefully he all right. But I feel like if we roll past him being stuck in the door, I mean, it's self-explanatory that, he just ended up with a bad batch of parents. I mean, that's all I could say. But all we could do is just pray and hope that he okay. Him and his brothers and sisters or whatever. And also a few things I want to address. Like, number one, like, she didn't record and upload this to get clout. Like, we don't.
Exactly.
Her channel is not based off clout. Our channels aren't based off clout. It's just to show people the things that we experience. And that was one of the things she wanted to show, how it was just very unbelievable to us to see a baby stuck in a door, to the point where I had to like use all my strength to break the door open. You know what I mean? And it was like, me being from the streets, you know what I'm saying? We taught to mind our business. So that's why, another thing I want to address, that's why I was like, man, I don't know, because I'm like, you want to mind your business. People like this, speaking of the person that might find a video or whatever, if it get a lot of views, of course they might be mad. This is what people's first initial reaction is, because they going to feel like, well, they should have mind their business. They should have left my son. But at the end of the day, God came all the way through us, and my wife was like, no, stop. Because I had already was like, man, you know what? Yeah, I think we should. And she was like, yeah, we is.
Because we got all the way to the end of the block to the stop sign.
Mm-hmm.
And we backed up the minute that I made my decision. And I was like, real fast, like, no, we should just go help him. Mm-hmm. Like, I can't, because on some real stuff, and not to cut you off, but I just got to say this. I wouldn't never had a felt right if we had just kept going that day, because we had to go get our daughter at a certain time or whatever. But I wanted to be able to help him. Like, for real, he needed that help. And who knows what, I know that house that I'm talking about, that house is well known on the whole block, because a baby died in that same house. What was it, like a year prior to that, or 2 years prior to that incident, there was a baby that had died in that house. And I couldn't dare stand there and watch another child in that house die because of the neglect from the parents. Like, I remember that day I was sitting on the porch, and they wheeled a baby out in a body bag. There was the medical examiner office there. That was the first time I ever seen something like that in my life. I was a witness to a shootout before, a shooting that got a young man killed years before that incident even happened. But I never witnessed like a baby being wheeled out in a body bag and the whole entire family just breaking down and screaming in the middle of the street. I never seen anything like it. And that was the same house. And I was like, I can't dare stand I'm not about to watch this baby get stuck in this door screaming and hollering for help. And you got a chick sitting across the street, just sitting there, you know. And the only time she really got up is when we got up, when we decided to bag up to see what was going on. You know, I just felt like, and then the crazy part about it is everybody on that block is nosy. Okay? They come outside, they water their grass. Everybody on that block that lived on that block is old people. They're retired. Well, I ain't gonna say everybody is old people because there's majority young folks that live on that block, but it's a lot of people that's retired. You know, everybody, majority of the time they be outside around that time, and they always like low key minding somebody else's business. So to actually listen to this boy screaming and crying for help to get out of the door, and nobody's doing anything. Nobody got up out their house. And I'm pretty sure they hear the commotion every single day coming from that specific house because it's always like reckless up in there. All the time. They got nothing but a bunch of kids. They be running in and out the house constantly. So like people be nosy on that block. Like I'm surprised nobody even stepped in to try to help him. That's what I was so angry about and so mad about that day. You know, and I'm like, damn, we live 4 doors down. We not right next door to him. And the whole time, the mama and the daddy was upstairs the whole time, getting high. She come to the door laughing like it's funny, like it's a game. I ain't gonna lie to you. Y'all don't even know how bad I wanted to put my hands on the chick because, to be honest, like, and then you got mad though. You got mad because we helped your son out of the door. She didn't even care. She was just so doggone dismissive.
Yep.
So doggone dismissive when she finally came to the door. The other girl was like, yeah, I was just trying to let you know that your son was stuck in the door. Do you not know we could have stood right there? I ain't gonna lie, we could have took that boy and took him down the street to our house and set him on the porch and told him to stay right there. We finna call the police. Or we gonna call somebody to come and get you because you don't need to be back in that house. So stay right here. But
it ain't really as easy as you may be putting it to them, because the thing is, a lot of these people that's commenting and talking about the video, see, we live in Chicago. It's a lot of unwritten rules out here that y'all gotta understand. Comes with a lot. One of the biggest things that could have caused is it could have caused a lot of drama on us. Would it have been worth it? Yeah, because I'm all for saving the kids. That's the biggest reason why we did this video. To really try to help the kids and try to show that we trying to help the kids, and that's pretty much it. And just show y'all how, parents will literally sit here and create a child and just really be like neglecting the mess out of them, which is horrible. So it's like, gotta be careful with what you do out here in Chicago, man, because one thing that I don't get about people, and not just in Chicago, but this is where we live and this is what we experience. So even if you in a right out here, people will still try to, harm you. It don't matter. You can be on some, man, I'm trying to help, I'm really trying to help the community, or I'm trying to help the kids, whatever you trying to do. Like, people still find a negative out of it and they'll try to harm you or whatever the case may be. So I just wanted to say that because, like, it's certain ways that I see a lot of people wanting us to go about the situation, but we really couldn't go about it because, like, man, it's not about being tough or anything like that. It's just about being smart. You know what I'm saying? Because when she came to the door, she looked like she was ready to argue. She looked like she was ready to fight, ready to what? She didn't say a word at all. She just looked at all of us as if, whatever strand of weed she was smoking just had her just lost. She didn't know what to do. Or maybe she did. She just didn't say nothing at all. She was just looking dumbfounded. And it's like, them type of people, you gotta leave them alone, man. So we walked off, got up out of there, and that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, like I do appreciate the positive feedback though. And one thing I want to say too as well, and I'm also saying this live, it's like, baby, you can't please everybody. People gonna have their stuff to say about it, and we cannot please all of y'all. I'm sorry. And honestly, that's the thing. This video wasn't made to please nobody. It was really to please the young man that was stuck in the door. The little boy that was stuck in the door and in the heat. That's the only person we was trying to satisfy.
Right.
That's it. Everybody else that's like this and that and trying to complain about it. And where's the proof of the video of him getting stuck in the door? The thing is, we didn't come outside to do that.
Right.
It just naturally happened. And of course, we ain't got the video of him stuck in the door because we didn't intend on recording nobody stuck in the door.
I didn't even,
we couldn't get that.
For one, it never even like crossed my mind to say, oh, let me pull out my phone and record him being stuck in the door and record my husband propping open the door for him, like pulling the door open. It didn't cross my mind. What crossed my mind, my adrenaline was rushing, and I'm pretty sure his was too, was to help this young little boy to get up out of the door. Now, the minute that he ran past, I decided to pull out my phone and record that other part, which was, I'm trying to see, like, I don't think I realized that he had a little sister that was standing right there the whole time. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the girl that was with us had knocked on the door or something like that, or asked. Oh, she was asking the little girl, where's her mommy? We both did. So, and you
but
can.
When it happened, when we heard him and we turned around, the reason why it wasn't recorded is because, like, picture riding past a baby in the door, screaming extremely loud. Like, you in a state of shock. You on some, especially being us, we like, man, I was like, all right, baby, look, man, I'm almost broke that door, but I was trying to get him out that door because it was extremely hot. And I'm like, man, I don't care. Look, I'm finna break this door open to get him out the door.
He said that hot, too. He was like, if I have to, I'm gonna break this door.
I'm gonna get him out this sun, Like, the thing is, another reason why, like, I really, really helped the little boy is cause, like, bruh, I grew up in DCFS, man. I ain't, I experienced that. I experienced being neglected, and I just felt bad that he had to be stuck in the door when I know that ain't what he wanted to do. Even if he was playing with his sister or whoever he was playing with, I know he didn't want to be stuck in between the door, the main door and the front door. I know he ain't want to do that, because even if I was playing with you, I wouldn't want to be like that. And it was hot and humid outside, So it was like a state of shock in the moment. Let me hurry up and get this door open, man. And when y'all see me walking back down, that's when I was just looking like after the after effect of like, I can't believe like this little boy was just screaming in the door to the point where I had to, almost break the door off. Real talk. And then it's like the lady, the young woman come to the door. She ain't said nothing. You would have thought a person would have came to the door like, oh my God, I didn't know. Sorry, y'all. She came to the door and just didn't even care.
She didn't care, and she was... Oh, crap. She didn't care, y'all. And she was so high. Like, it don't look like it was off some weed, though. It looked like she was doing some other type of drug, to be honest. The way she was acting. I could be wrong, but she was obviously high.
I used to smoke weed, and I've been high to the point where I was just, like, dumbfounded, and I'm like,
Right.
But, hey, she probably could have been off something else. You never know.
And I don't want to make assumptions, but I can, you know what I'm saying? I smoked weed before, so I know, what it's like to be high. I don't know what she was high off of, but she was definitely high. Um, so my thing is, I would want someone to do the same for my children. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, I would want somebody to save my child. You know, if I was to walk off and something was to happen to one of my kids, God forbid, and I'm not around to see, I would want somebody to save my child. I would want somebody to save my life. I would want somebody to save my husband's life. So we out here, we saving kids, you know what I'm saying? Period, point blank. And like he said, we're not doing it for clout. We're not doing it for attention because we don't have ill intentions like everybody else, you know. I didn't even intend on being a content creator or anything like that. I just randomly record videos, you know. But now I see that I want to stay consistent with it. And I always say that, but now that I have reached my goal and reached a little bit past my goal, I most definitely want to stay consistent. Now I see that people are, pretty much astonished from us helping the little boy. It warms my heart so much that it gives me this strength and a different look on society with children that I see in distress, or children that I see that obviously need help, to actually help them, like, for real. I'm not about to do it for clout either, but I will, record if I got to, just to basically show y'all that it's okay. You don't have to be afraid to, like, help a child. It's people out here that wander past. I mean, that sees a child wandering the streets. Do you think they pull over to help the child? No, they don't, because they're so stuck in this mindset of, let me mind my business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Let me get to where I gotta go. They ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not how you think in this world. You shouldn't even think like that. If you see a kid that obviously need help, if you see a kid that's in the car by him or herself, that's young as ever, windows rolled up, hot. I mean, y'all might call the people a Karen or whatever the case is, but it's people out here that have a heart that actually want to help. I never knew that it was a crime to leave your children in the car by themselves, because my mom used to do that to us, back then. Like, she would leave us in the car by ourselves and tell us, don't touch anything while I go in the store. I'm not taking y'all in the store with me because, kind of lost train of thought, so I had to pause the video. But I kind of think I remember what I was saying. I was saying, like, you guys, some of y'all call people Karens that don't even supposed to be Karens. I agree, it's a lot of Karens out here. Trust me, they be policing situations for all the wrong reasons. But if you see a kid that actually needs help, or whatever the case may be, I don't feel like you should be labeled a Karen. Now, if you just, like, legit not minding your business for real, then you're a Karen, because majority of these Karens, like I said, they police situations for all the wrong reasons. It's people out here that will literally sit up here and record the most negative situations, right? They want to help and they want to record when they see somebody get shot, when they see somebody getting into a car accident, when they see somebody, fighting at the bus stop, or a bunch of kids, just doing dumb stuff. that's when someone wants to step in and someone wants to record. But in situations like a child being stuck in the door, a child in distress that actually really needs serious help, and somebody to come run to his aid, people will ride past. I can only imagine how many people was riding past hearing that little boy crying that day. I can only
no
imagine.
Disrespect to old girl, but she talking about, I've been hearing it. Basically, she said
she said that she lives right. I was telling them about how she said she lives right across the street.
And just to call a spade, I mean, I understand that you probably was afraid that that young lady or whoever would have probably tried to retaliate on you. But just like we had to realize, like, it don't even matter, man. We trying to save his life. Like, what if he would have fainted in the door? What if he would have, you know what I'm saying? Like, anything could have happened to him being stuck in the door, and you sitting there across the street listening to him cry.
Listening to him. Prime example.
Come on,
and
man.
The only time that she stepped up is when we bagged up in the middle of the street and parked the car on the side, got out, and was like, what's going on? She wants to run across the street as well. You know, why didn't you do something then?
Should have been did something, man.
So that's my example when I say people sit here and they're stuck in this mindset of, oop, let me mind my business. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Well, hopefully somebody say to the little boy, man, you gotta be kidding me. Man. This little boy was literally 2 years old. He was like about two.
About two, almost two. He was very, very fresh to this world.
Yeah.
He barely was probably two. Probably going on two or something like that.
And I would be damned, if like I was saying, I would want someone to do the same for my child, to save my child. Yeah. Not saying that I'm gonna neglect my kids or abuse my children, because I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea. I'm just saying,
treat people how you want to be treated.
Treat people how you want to be treated. I would want somebody to save my life. Period, point blank.
I would give her the benefit of the doubt that us as black people, we just don't want to help each other at all. That's crazy that we just don't want to help each other. I don't get that, but we don't want to help each other. We criticize, like we be, very negative towards each other. So that's the only benefit of the doubt I would give the young lady. But I feel like we saying, man, do a person how you want to be done, or just, I don't know. I just care. I like kids, I like kids. I have kids. I have children, and if I can help a child, I definitely am. What I mean? And that's my biggest thing with children. Also these kids are the next generation. They have a strong impact on the world. So of course I'm finna say, whatever comes with it, it is what it is, because I just want to help them, But I love how, me and her is basically trying to let y'all know, like, man, that wasn't done for no clout. We ain't recorded for no clout. She ain't speak on it for no clout. Nobody care about the views or none of that.
Man, nobody cared, because when that video first got published, it legit only had about I would say like within a matter of days or something, if I'm not mistaken, it only had like 100 and something views. I didn't really care about the views or subscribers or anything like that. I just wanted to show people how frustrated and how upset I felt. I wanted to record a video based off of that. Good thing that I did capture some moments, which is me confront. I did want to capture myself confronting old girl, but I don't know. It was like I was so lost for words because she was so dismissive. I couldn't even say nothing. I feel like I was more so upset that man, I was trying to control myself from really putting my hands on that lady for real, because to have your child out here like that young, two of your kids though, not just one, and being that this is the same house where the baby got wheeled out in a body bag, that made me want to just, I'm talking about like knock your head off your shoulders. Because why the hell do you have kids? Like I said, what the do you got kids for, man?
It's a lot of y'all parents out here like that. Y'all done had kids. You know, you eating off of them with the food stamps and the money or whatever, and you ain't even really trying to train them up to be like successful in their life. You don't really care about their well-being. And one of the biggest things that we see a lot is you leaving them unattended. These are kids. God. Do you know what they'll do? Because they'll do anything.
Let's not talk about the video. I hope y'all go in my community section, because I don't know how far back that video, the other video is. I recorded another video, I believe it was the same month or it was a month later after that incident. It's a house, it was a house on the corner. Similar situation, only difference was the kids, their parents wasn't even there. She wasn't nowhere around. She wasn't even in the house. She left, and I know what kind of car she drive. It was about, I can't even count, but I think it was about 5 or 6 children that was under the age of 7 or 8, and that were running. They were running out in the middle of the street, oncoming traffic, and that's kind of like a busy strip, you know. And they were just running all out in the middle of the street. Cars coming. They was out in the morning time. I just happened to look out the window like I always do. Like when I wake up in the morning, I always go to the front of the house, where we was living at last year. I always go to the front of the house and I always just look out the window, you know, because you never know what you can see. I always check on my vehicle, you know, make sure my car is good. If I see something that look odd or something that look wrong, I'm gonna go outside and actually, you know, examine my car. So that's what I was looking out the window for. And then I just happened to see kids like running in the middle of the street, playing in the middle of the street by themselves. And I realized obviously the mom is not there because her car was not outside. So y'all go ahead and tune in to that video too. At first, that video had 100 and something views. Like what, a week ago. It was 100 and something views like a week ago. And then when I reposted it, I recently did not check on the views, but I did check on it like 2 days ago or a day ago, and I seen that it had like 300 and something now. But please tune in to that one too, because the crazy part about it, y'all, CPD, Chicago police was riding past. They rolled past twice, and they saw these children running in the middle of the street. Do you think they did anything? No, they did not. They didn't even attempt to do anything. They just rolled right past like, oh yeah, we just gonna do something. We finna find somebody else to mess with. You know, forget these kids. That's what's wrong with CPD. This is why I hate them so much, bro. Because they do not care about the well-being of these children.
They don't care.
They do not care.
Them, though. Like,
yeah.
I know y'all looking like, what happened? Why y'all ain't? We had been called them. They just came when they wanted to come.
Yep.
That's the thing, you know. And this is a whole nother subject, but this is a part of the reason why it's called Chirac, or why people say Chicago was messed up. Because, like, you really can't depend on the police. And I already know, well, it's like that here. Well, we live in Chicago. It's not here. Is the only thing I can speak on, and I'm not saying that it's not like that in other states or whatever. But out here, this is the reason why it's so messed up. You can't do it. You can't depend on them to, oh well, hopefully they can save them kids' lives. Like you can't even rely on
DCFS. Let's be 100, y'all. And like I said, you cannot rely, because it was so many people in the comments saying, call CPS and keep calling. Like I stated before, that video is a year old, so it ain't nothing I can do now. Hopefully somebody did call DCFS on them by now, but let's be 100 though. DCFS is not gonna do anything. You want to know why? Because they come after the good parents. Like I said in my last video from a few days ago, they come after the good parents because they know that we're willing to cooperate to keep our children. You know what I'm saying? Even if we so, you know, vulnerable to the system and we don't really know the laws, we're going to comply with everything that they tell us to do based off of these allegations, and we're gonna fight for our children. Now, you know, is the ghetto parents, and I ain't gonna say just ghetto, but the ones that actually know the law, they're gonna run. They're gonna run. So it's nothing that DCFS really was gonna do, because I guarantee you that chick was not gonna answer the door for them.
She definitely wasn't.
The police came to her house. Do you think she answered the door?
She did right. They didn't even answer the door.
They not. That's why I'm like, y'all keep saying call CPS, call CPS. It's nothing. It's literally nothing that they were going to be able to do, because the longer that you dodge DCFS, they don't have a case to build on you. So at that point, the case is going to be closed out, unfounded, because they don't have nothing. They don't have no evidence. They didn't get a chance to talk to you. You know. So I would really hope and pray that those babies are in a better environment, a better situation, with a better family. Or I would really hope and pray that that chick cleaned herself up and cleaned up her act and humbled herself a whole lot better and became a much, much better mother by now.
Yeah.
You know, because
if you see this video, ma'am, you know, we wasn't trying to embarrass you. We wasn't trying to make you look bad or whatever, but we was really just trying to save that young man out that door. And I know it's like young man, little boy, baby. Hey, at the end of the day, we was really trying to save
people
him.
always got to correct somebody.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's why
always got to correct somebody.
That's why I say, like, you can't please everybody. So, I mean, y'all, a lot of y'all was complaining about this, complaining about that, whatever. At the end of the day, we just trying to save them. But yeah, ma'am, if you seeing this, you know, we just trying to save them. I mean, we're trying to make you look bad, put the spotlight on you or nothing like that. You know, whatever was going on with you, it is what it is. But we was just trying to save him.
And like I said too, I didn't expect for the video to blow up. But now that I have reached past my goal of 1,000 subscribers, I see what y'all like, and I see what y'all are in support of, and I see that I am a big advocate for a lot of parents that are afraid to speak up, or for a lot of women that are afraid to speak up, or for people that are afraid to step in and save a child or whatever. I see that I'm a big advocate for that. So with that, I will continue to record videos or record footage of me, you know, saving children's lives, or just speaking on certain situations if I cannot, you know, get any content. I'm not gonna listen. I don't want to do it for clout, but I do want to do it to show y'all that you do not have to be scared to do something. Like, for real, we all human. You shouldn't even be. You should fear none. Fear not. Okay. For real, fear no one but the Lord. Real talk. In this world, me and my husband, we fighting a situation right now. You think we fear them? Nah, we don't fear them. At the end of the day, we are the biggest advocates for our children. Real talk. And that's another thing too, because like I said, I cannot speak on my current situation. Y'all forgive me. Unfortunately, I can't, and I really do want to, you know, but we can't for legal purposes. We're obviously being watched. Let's just say that. Okay? There was a video that I posted a while back, and it got out there, and I didn't even know that I was being monitored and watched. I don't even know how my YouTube channel was even found, and they ended up bringing that up against me, and I had to delete it and take it down.
Yeah, they watching us, man.
Yeah, they watching us. And the system, they want to silence us. They want to silence us. But I'm here today to tell y'all that I'm an advocate for mothers and fathers that are experiencing dealing with the system.
Yep.
Dealing with DCFS.
And boy, when they finish it, when we get our kids back, and this case closed all the way out, we got so much to tell y'all about the stuff that they putting parents through when you're doing good, you know, and you completing your services and whatnot. Man, it's so much to the stuff that y'all don't even know, man. It's crazy.
Man, let me tell y'all something. All right. My kids, I'm going to just be 100. They all love me. They love me. I stress to them every chance that I get. It's mothers and fathers out here that lead their kids in the system that don't care. I'm fighting, okay? Me and my husband both is fighting. And I'm going to fight the fight. Yeah. And it seemed like the closer that you get to reaching your goal and getting them back, the more BS they put on you. You know, the more that, you know, they try to sabotage and mess up things for you. They say things that's not true, like I said before. But ain't nobody gonna make me stop fighting for my kids. Period. I thought that, you know, at the time, it would help the fact that I was being very compliant in the very, very, very beginning. But I see it don't matter. It don't matter, you know. And I see that we as parents, we have rights, okay? Anytime the police come knocking at your door, anytime you know, social services or whatever come knocking, you got rights. And like I said before, you can refuse to talk. You don't gotta talk to nobody. You ain't gotta hear that, because they're in your domain. So, and you know, at the time I didn't know that, and it's okay, because we all have obstacles in our lives, and unfortunately we can go through some of the most terriblest things in our lives, you know, to help us to open our eyes to society, or help us to open our eyes to everything else. And this is why I be trying to say, this is why I kind of say to certain content creators or certain hip-hop artists, R&B artists, whatever, anybody that's famous, they need to learn how to humble themselves. Because just as fast as you got that is as fast as it can get taken away from you. Mm-hmm. Look at Wendy Williams. No offense, okay? But she's suffering from a very bad mental illness. Mm-hmm. And it's famous people out here that has lost very close people to them. Brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. To try to help them to humble themselves. Like, I'm getting off subject, but all in all, you know, we go through certain things in our lives to help us to humble ourselves, for real. Yep. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that I was a very bad mom, but I can honestly say that I wasn't the best. You know, when I did have my children, I wasn't the best. And why I say that is because I wasn't like how I am now. I'm like, I feel like I'm 100% better. Mm-hmm. I would put certain things before them. That was the type of person I was. I was one of them young parents that just wanted to party all the time, that wanted to kick it, that wanted somebody to watch my kids all the time and just not even care. Like, I cared about my children, but I just didn't care to like be there full time all the time, because it was like, oh, I need a break. Oh, I need a break. Oh, I need a break. Nah. I'm glad that me going through this situation has actually taught me, you know, even though there was false allegations or whatever the case is, like, going through this whole entire situation has taught me to really be humble, stay humble, and to be an amazing parent. And I feel like I have evolved into a wonderful mother and a wonderful woman. Way better than the old Danny in 2018.
And as far as my little story time real quick with y'all, as far as being a parent, you know, I feel like what it's taught me to be more grateful, and it helped me become a better man and a father, you know, and a husband for my wife, you know, because at one point in time, you know, I don't mind speaking on it, like, you know, I wasn't a good father, you know, and this is outside of, you know, I have children outside of my wife, you know, that I feel like I could have did better with, you know. Now it's other situations going on with them that I'm very sad about, you know, but I just give it to God and just hope it come, you know, everything get back right. But, you know, I feel like my lesson behind this helped me, you know, be more of a better father for the kids. And that's another reason, you know, why we saved them. You know, I was like, man, you know, I learned from all my mistakes, so, man, at least I could do is save him, you know what I mean? You know, I just had to say that because it's like, I just feel like I was wanting to really let y'all know, because, you know, my wife was letting me know, like, man, you know, they don't really know you, they ain't really seen you, and I want y'all to know the type of person that I am, so throughout y'all surfing through her channel, y'all know, like, I'm not the husband that's gonna encourage her to do nothing wrong. I'm not the husband that's typical and do this and that. You know, I quit smoking weed. You know, I'm very different. I'm very humble, and we always encourage each other to do the right thing 24/7. So, you know,
one thing that I adore about, you know, our relationship so much is that we decided to put things down and put it down for the sake of, you know, not just being better people, but also, you know, in the fight for our children. Real talk.
yeah.
On some real stuff. We have gone, what, over 2 years without smoking,
Yeah.
drinking,
Yeah.
and we get in the most stressful situations, right?
Man.
We get in the most stressful
Almost
situations
every day,
almost, but we ain't there finna run to no weed, no cigarettes or no alcohol or anything like that, because what is it gonna really do for us? And that's what I used to talk to him about too. Like, what is this really gonna do for us? Like, what benefit does it have on us? On some real stuff, like, it ain't even worth it. You messing up your lungs, you messing up your body, all of that for that, you know. But I'm glad that we decided to X that out the picture. Period. I don't smoke, he don't smoke, we don't drink, we don't do any of that. We know how to enjoy ourselves like a motherfucker, y'all, without any drugs, any alcohol, or anything like that being involved. Like, y'all wouldn't even believe that we young and we be sober all the doggone time. Y'all wouldn't even believe that. But I'm here to tell you for real, like, we really be sober for real.
we encourage y'all to be sober.
We encourage y'all to be sober all the time, just like us.
Celebrate or whatever it is and get intoxicated. You know, I mean, to each his own, because we all go through our times in life, or y'all got control over y'all own life. But you know, I feel like we just encouraging y'all to do the right thing. You know, put the drinking and the smoking down, man. It ain't worth it.
It's just not. It ain't worth it. And I asked my kids, right? I said, I always ask my children. I'm gonna start with my oldest child. I said, what do you love so much about mommy? She said, I love that you really care, and I love that you are so funny. Like, you be making me laugh all the time. I don't even gotta tickle her to make her laugh. I just be saying funny stuff, you know. I asked my 5-year-old, I said, what do you love about mommy? She said, was that her? Or was that,
I think that was that. I think the answer that you talking about right now was from Brooklyn.
Well, I think we gotta, like, stay cool off saying their names or whatever.
I mean, the oldest.
See,
I think
one of them said, I think it was my 5-year-old or my 8-year-old that said that I was a really cool mom, and I'm fun, and I'm not boring. You know, I love that, and I love that our children really look at me as one of those. I love playing with them. I love being a mom. It's so fun, you know, because I got a sense of humor. I crack jokes with my husband all day, all the time, 24/7. Yeah. Like, we be turned up all the time without any drugs or alcohol being involved. Real talk. It was so crazy one time. I ain't gonna say no names or nothing like that, but me and him, we was being so funny, and to the point where certain people thought that we was off drugs.
Oh yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, and I ain't gonna die.
Under the influence.
Yeah, they thought we were under the influence. For those of y'all that's real smart, y'all probably know who I am talking about. But yeah, they thought we was under the influence of drugs because we was just trying to, you know, be amazing parents like we always been to our children, and play with them, have fun with them, joke with them. Like, that's a shame. You can't even be normal. Like, you can't be yourself. What? And another thing too, y'all, I'm not gonna always be like on here putting, you know, I do want y'all to continue to support me and don't let the support stop. But I also do want to post some skits too, because I am a very humorous person, and I love to laugh. I laugh at my own jokes sometimes, you know.
I laugh at my jokes all the time.
Yeah, my husband, he be laughing at his own jokes too. And by the way, y'all, tune into his channel and like subscribe to him too. You know, he's on the same road as me. We on the same thing. His name is King Lou TV. KINGLU TV. So
and
make sure y'all tune in.
Like, I do post a lot of basketball clips because my channel kind of feeds off of my basketball skills. I love playing ball, but I also all around do a video of like random things where it may be about just me just speaking about something, a current event, or it'll be so random that I may post a skit because, you know, I love my sense of humor as well. And, you know, I just realized that, you know, this is my channel and I'm gonna post what I want to post. So, you know, I just want to give you a heads up. If you do come subscribe, I ain't want you thinking that, you know, I'm gonna be talking about child abuse. You know, I'm gonna be talking about everything, but majority though, like, honestly, it's gonna be a lot of basketball content. So, But it's about my wife, so it ain't about me. I'm just happy that, and I want to say thank y'all. I want to say thank y'all to the people in the comments that did appreciate us. Salute to y'all, man. We love y'all. And man, me personally, man, I want to say thank my wife. She introduced me to YouTube. I seen her page grow from she had 100 and something subscribers.
I had when I first started. Well, when he came in the picture, I had 90 subscribers or something like that.
Yeah.
And that was what, in 2020?
Yeah, that was 2020. Yeah.
So it took a while to get to this point. And I'm very grateful, very grateful. I do want my channel to continue to grow. Both of our channels, you talking about it's about me only, but
it is. Y'all see this amazing woman that man, look, I'm gonna marry her, man. But I'm just happy that y'all see what I see. She's an amazing woman, man, and you don't come across people like her all the time. So I'm just happy that I'll glance at the comments and be like, man, well, Danny TV, you're a beautiful, amazing. Of course you're beautiful, but mainly you're an amazing person. You're an amazing, different, caring person, and you don't run across people like this a lot.
Well, you don't. And like I said, I'm grateful for the support. It's a lot of people out here. I feel like I'm one of the most hated on this earth. Real talk. Even though I'm really not, but they hated God, and they still do to this day. I'm not a very sociable person. If y'all was to meet me in public, for real, I'm a quiet person. I don't really do all that talking. If I get real comfortable around you or with your spirit, I will talk. But if I feel like you give me bad vibes and I don't really see myself communicating with you like that, on a friendship level, then I'ma just keep my cool and I'm a real quiet person. And I get called standoffish or sedity, by certain people because I don't talk, and people feel like, oh, she thinks she all that. I am all that. I'm all that. I'm here for a reason, so I'm all that. But I wouldn't say I'm sedity or I'm arrogant. I just can feel spirits, and I know good people when I see good people. So at the end of the day, I'm hated by a lot of people. A lot of people don't like me for who I am. They don't like me because I speak my mind. They don't like me because the person that, yeah, I think I said that already. They just don't like me. Period. And it's crazy to just see a lot of love and support from a lot of people online, virtually. I appreciate that still at the end of the day. And like I said, I'll continue to be a very big advocate for mothers that is experiencing DCFS, because we all in this together. We all fighting a fight, or an advocate for those of you that has went through that and hasn't got a chance to speak out about it on YouTube, or any other social media platforms. So I just feel like I like to speak up, so I'm gonna continue to do so. Speaking of social media platforms, this is the only platform y'all gonna catch me on. I don't have a Twitch account or Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or TikTok. I did have TikTok, but I took it down. I don't really like it. I'm not really a fan of it. I'd rather deal with YouTube and YouTube only. So yeah, I think that's the end. You got anything you want to say?
No, I just want to say thank y'all for supporting my wife's page, man, and we both appreciate y'all noticing the good deeds that we did. only because God sent us to, and because we love helping, you know. But overall, you know, I just want to say thank y'all, and I just, you know, want to pray for y'all, and y'all have a great day after watching this video.
For sure. And it's really hot out here, y'all. I mean, it's like humid, and then it's like really rainy and shit. And I don't really hate this kind of weather because I be needing some type of air. Anyway, make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button for me, hit that notification bell for me. I love everybody. I love all y'all. I appreciate the support, and I'm gonna continue to post content. We gonna figure out some days where I can get some solid videos on here. I'm gonna start off probably like twice a week or something like that. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. Love y'all. And I'm out.